Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. As always, it is very good to see you. Now you know this, there is an unwritten rule in any workplace. Colleagues can disagree and fight with each other, but bad-mouthing each other in public constitutes a sack-worthy crime, at least in my books. But well, the Congress party is not any ordinary workplace, and when their leaders disagree with each other publicly, it's called healthy. It is called inner party democracy. That unlike the autocratic BJP, at least leaders in the Congress have a right to disagree with each other. But clearly, ladies and gentlemen, this inner party democracy has taken a hike straight to the Himalayas ever since Shashi Tharoor went into the nation first mode and started questioning his party over their stand on Operation Sindoor and praising the Prime Minister. It wasn't bad enough being called a BJP parrot and a BJP spokesperson. Now his own party on record is saying, quote unquote, that Shashi Tharoor is not one of us. Senior Kerala Congress leader K. Muralidharan, he's saying today that the party has launched a non-cooperation movement against the Thiruvananthapuram MP and that he will not be invited to any party event in his own constituency. Listen in.
ഞങ്ങൾ കാര്യം ഞങ്ങൾ വിട്ടല്ലോ. ഇപ്പം അദ്ദേഹം ഞങ്ങളെ കൂട്ടത്തിൽ കൂടിയതായി ഞങ്ങൾ കണക്കാക്കുന്നില്ല. അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ നടപടി വേണോ വേണ്ടെന്നുള്ള ദേശീയ നേതൃത്വം തീരുമാനിക്കട്ടെ. അതേ നിലപാട് തീർത്താടത്തോളം കാലം തിരുവനന്തപുരത്ത് പാർട്ടിയുടെ ഒരു പരിപാടിയിലും അദ്ദേഹത്തിനെ ഞങ്ങൾ പങ്കെടുപ്പിക്കില്ല. അദ്ദേഹം ബഹിഷ്കരിക്കുക. അദ്ദേഹം ഞങ്ങളുടെ കൂടെ ഇല്ല. പിന്നെ എന്തിനാ ബഹിഷ്കരിക്കുന്നത്?
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. Muralidharan dissing and boycotting his own colleague 10 months ahead of the Kerala elections. He himself is a CM hopeful, but unfortunately for leaders like him, a survey found that Shashi Tharoor was the top public choice for CM. Is that what is fueling Operation Tharoor? Well, partly yes, but before we get into more details, here is what Mr. Tharoor said in Parliament today.
देखिए मैं कुछ नहीं कह देखिए हर विषय पे टिप्पणी करेंगे सर देखिए मैं कुछ नहीं कह देखिए हर विषय पे टिप्पणी करेंगे सर.
Now usually Mr. Tharoor has some tippani on most wishes. This one he decided to skip. Mr. Tharoor is ignoring the Congress boycott for the moment. Question is, for how long? What has also irked the Congress party, ladies and gentlemen, is Mr. Tharoor being picked by the Prime Minister as an Operation Sindoor ambassador and Mr. Tharoor returning the favour by calling the Prime Minister a prime asset for India. As the Congress party in Parliament today continued to sloganeer and ask the Prime Minister for a discussion on Pahalgam and Operation Sindoor, Mr. Tharoor maintained his distance. He has continued to stick to his guns that when it comes to national security, it's nation over party for him. Here is what he said in response to a question by a high school student in Kochi 2 days ago. Of course, Mr. Kharge is saying that Tharoor is prioritizing Modi over country, and so for the Congress, Shashi Tharoor, 4-time MP from Trivandrum, has failed the loyalty test. What seems to have been the final straw is his frank take on the emergency, criticizing Indira Gandhi and her son Sanjay Gandhi for the excesses the country saw in those dark 21 months. So, ladies and gentlemen, one thing is clear. The battle lines are drawn. Question is, who will strike first? Will it be Tharoor, who will make an emergency exit, or will it be the party that will give him the boot? And despite his denials, will the BJP be his new hunting ground? I'm going to open up that debate with all my guests. But before that, let's listen in to what is the latest thing that Mr. Tharoor has said that has irked his party.
Which is your first loyalty? To my mind, the nation comes first. Parties are a means of making the nation better. So to my mind, whichever party you belong to, the objective of that party is to create a better India in its own way. Now, parties have every right to disagree about the best way of doing that, the best way of making a better India. So following the news, a lot of people have been very critical of me because of the stand I've taken supporting our armed forces and our government. on what happened recently in our country and on our borders. But I will stand my ground because I believe this is the right thing for the country. And when I speak of India, I speak for all Indians, not just those who may like my party.
A disclaimer before I introduce my guests. The Congress party was sent an invite to be part of the show. They declined. Radhika Khera, national spokesperson of the BJP. Good to have you on the show. Good evening. Thank you. R. Rajagopalan is a senior journalist joining us on the broadcast, as always smiling. Always smiling. It's always good to see people smiling on the panel. Dr. Akashdeep Muni, political analyst, thank you very much. We'll be speaking on behalf of the Congress party this evening. Thank you. And Tehseen Poonawalla is a political analyst joining us on the broadcast, Mr. Shashi Tharoor's friend, and we'll be speaking on behalf of Mr. Tharoor. Thank you. Thank you all for joining us. Dr. Akashdeep Muni, let me start by asking you, what exactly is this change in stance that the Congress party requires Mr. Tharoor to do? What sort of crazy loyalty test is this where you want to put the party before nation? Come to think of it, look at the optics of what is happening within the Congress party vis-a-vis Operation Tharoor.
See, Shreya ji, nobody in the party said that Tharoor ji saying nation first is wrong. Nobody till now. And you can show me the quote if they have. See, and Tharoor ji saying nation first is also good. And all Congress party says it. But my point is, when Shashi Tharoor ji says that Prime Minister Narendra Modi should be praised, when whole Congress was criticizing Modi heavily over CA NRC protest at that point in time, he says that Modi and BJP deserve congratulations for their victory, which is a stunning one. In May 2019, he says demonizing of all RSS is unwise. We must talk and engage. He said this in 2022 when he visited RSS leader R. Hari. Congress is still functioning in 19th century setup when BJP is running in 21st century election machine. When he criticizes one after the other, it seems that Congress is giving a long rope to him, and it does not seem that he is a leader of Congress party. It seems that he is a leader of the Bharatiya Janata Party. And who Bharatiya Janata Party, you can question regarding it. They sacked Kirti Azad when he questioned on corruption in BJP. They sacked Uma Bharti in 2011 when she disagreed with the central leadership. So,
Dr. Muni, the Congress takes the moral high ground and says we are a party that believes in inner party democracy. So why our leaders can disagree with the party stance? Everyone has right to disagree and do their own thing. For example, look at what is happening in Karnataka. Every second day, the chief minister and the deputy chief minister are at battle on who is going to be chief minister. ठीक है? आप तो बहुत inner party democracy की बात करते हैं. Here, Shashi Tharoor, disagreeing with you as far as the RS is concerned, disagreeing with you as far as the emergency is concerned, disagreeing with you as far as Pahalgam is concerned and Operation Sindoor is concerned. Why can't you accept it as inner party democracy if you're better than the BJP?
See, it's not about the good topics that he is disagreeing with. What about when he praises Narendra Modi when CA and NRC protests are done? What justifies when he congratulates Bharatiya Janata Party and BJP? What justifies he when he supports RSS? So I think that yes, it's only happen in Congress party that a person can get a long rope. Had he been in Bharatiya Janata Party or RSS, अब तक उनको बाहर का दरवाजा दिखा दिया जाता.
नहीं, ये तो बिल्कुल ठीक बात है राधिका खेरा. At least on that count, I don't disagree with Mr. Muni. I disagree with him when he says that whatever the Prime Minister is doing is wrong. Sometimes what the Prime Minister is doing, we will not agree with, but there are times we will agree with him. For example, I do think that Operation Sindoor was very well handled. The way we responded to Pahalgam was very well handled.
Good evening to all. Shashi Tharoorji's only crime is that occasionally he speaks the truth. And Gandhiji's so-called Congress party cannot handle the truth. Now, see, this is the internal matter, Shreya, but having been from the Congress, spending 22 years over there and working over there, I can tell you very categorically that the only thing that you need to do to survive in Congress and go ahead is to do Jai Jai Rahul Gandhi, Jai Jai Priyanka Vadra, Jai Jai Sonia Gandhi. Other than that, if you speak your mind, other than that, if you speak for the country, you have shown the door. And having said that, I don't know what the Congress is waiting for. If they have so many issues and the Kerala state has so many issues that they want to boycott him from his own constituency, where if probably they have another candidate who might not even win over there. But why isn't Rahul Gandhi taking action on Shashi Tharoor? Priyanka Vadra is always over there. She knows exactly that losing Shashi Tharoor in Kerala is going to cost her seat next time, which is why maybe she's ensuring that Mr. K.C. Venugopal takes no action. But if he was going against the party line, Mr. Kharge should immediately sack him. What is stopping them? So because also the entire picture that is being portrayed, see, Shashi Tharoor has only spoken for the nation. If he is talking and coming back and saying that our Prime Minister is well respected, it hurts the Gandhi family, because he is not talking about Nehruji, he is not talking about Rajivji, he is not talking about Indiraji. How can any other Prime Minister have name and fame outside the country? How can any other Prime Minister or person in this country go and do something for the country and be well known? That is what the problem is, which is why Mr. Tharoor is facing all this. But having said that, that's the internal party matter. They want to fight it out, they want to use balas, whatever they want to do, that's up to them.
The flip side of the argument, Radhika ji, is if you decide to have a mind of your own in your party, which is the BJP now, like Mr. Tharoor has in the Congress, you would have been sacked by now. So the question you are raising is, why has he not been sacked, is in keeping with the spirit of the BJP's internal discipline. You can even call it discipline, it can be explained that way. But Mr. Muni, do you see what the optics are? You know, there is something called national sentiment. National sentiment is, when it comes to national security, back the government. You should know who your enemy is. In this case, does the Congress know who the enemy is? The enemy is Pakistan, the enemy is China, the enemy is not the government of India when it comes to Pahalgam or Operation Sindoor. So why treat the government and the Prime Minister like the enemy in a situation which concerns national security? Public sentiment to dekhiye kis taraf hai.
Shreya, I totally agree with you. Our enemy is Pakistan and China. Yet our foreign minister goes and meets Chinese, who fought in Operation Sindoor against India, supporting Pakistan, with all, as per the defense forces, what they said. I'm not saying that. Defense forces said. Second point is that regarding Congress party's internal democracy, yes, there is democracy. That is what Shashi Tharoor is inside. I am not talking about, you have not been given one quote of any Congress leader where they said that don't say nation first. They are not denying that.
No, Mr. Muralidharan is saying until he changes his stance, we will keep boycotting him in Trivandrum, which is his own constituency. What does that mean?
Why does he support RSS?
He's not supporting the RSS. Where is Mr. Tharoor supporting the RSS?
Yes, he said.
By saying that we should engage with them doesn't mean you support them, na?
No.
If I engage with the BJP doesn't mean I support the BJP. If I engage with the Congress, it doesn't mean I support the Congress, na, sir? Tehseen, but there is one thing. TK. Mr. Muni, I'll come back to you. Tehseen, as someone speaking on behalf of Mr. Tharoor is asking for it.
I'm not speaking on his behalf, but yeah, he's a friend, but I'm not speaking on his behalf. But
he's asking for it. Which party will tolerate the amount of this amount of dissent, honestly?
Thank you for having me on the show, Shreya. And the only thing that can match Rajgopalan ji's smile is Radhika's gravitas that she brings to the debate, and Rajgopalan ji's experience. So that's the only thing that matches the two of it. But let me put this across. Look, frankly, when you represent India abroad, okay, honestly, I'm absolutely anti-BJP. But if I was selected to represent the country abroad, I'm not representing BJP, right? I'm representing the tricolor. And you put the point of the tricolor forward. You're not representing the Prime Minister or the leader of opposition. So that's the first part. So Dr. Tharoor didn't do anything wrong. Salman Khurshid was there, Manish Tiwari ji was there, OAC was there. So are all these people against the nation, against their parties? I mean, I sometimes don't understand, and I'm saying this because I've all my life voted the Congress. I've flown down from the Times Now studio to go to Pune, vote the Congress and fly back. So I don't understand, are you doing politics or are you running an NGO? On the contrary, if I was running the Congress party, I would put Dr. Tharoor ahead and take credit and say, look, the BJP does not have as many talented people as Dr. Tharoor. And ultimately, let's be honest, it took Dr. Tharoor personal equations with Marco Rubio and Milindora Ji's personal equations with J.D. Vance, and the fact that J.D. Vance had a personal chemistry with Prime Minister Modi to get the TRF sanctioned, which became Lashkar-e-Toiba, and that's a massive victory for India. Let's be real on it. Now, let's come to what Dr. Tharoor is saying. Now, let's come to what Dr. Tharoor is saying.
You're saying that Manish Tiwari was also there, Salman Khurshid was also there.
And everyone's against the Congress.
Very good.
Salman Khurshid is also against the Congress.
Yeah, no, but here's the point. Neither of them but neither of them
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Who's with the Congress? Those who can't win a society election. On their own floor, they won't win. See, that's not. Look, let me see. Politics must be pragmatic. You have to talk to people. You see, I heard Dr. Akashdeep Univ. I really respect him. But what is this childishness? And I'm sorry, it's juvenile. Why are you talking to why is the External Affairs Minister going to China? I mean, it's an SCO conference. And if the president of China calls you, you will go and talk to him. I mean, isn't that how you engage? When I visualize myself in government, and obviously I have a problem with China, won't I engage with China? So what sort of diplomacy is this? Where we have to engage with people. These can't be reasons to say why is this one engaging, that one engaging. What we have to focus on is this. Has Dr. Tharoor done anything that harms the Congress? The answer is no. Is Dr. Tharoor the best face of the Congress in Kerala? That's debatable. I don't agree with that survey, number one. Can Dr. Tharoor be given a more important role, particularly in Central Congress, where, for example, on Operation Sindoor and Pahalgam, he can ask questions. Now, look, today the Prime Minister made a very important statement. He said all objectives of Operation Sindoor were fulfilled. What were those objectives? Imagine a Dr. Tharoor asking that and the Prime Minister replying to that. That will actually give this nation something and us at 7 p.m. to talk about rather than this. Are we going to engage with Dr. Tharoor in a juvenile manner? Is my question that I leave open for the viewers of Times now to answer.
Well, Mr. Kharge, who's the president of the Congress party, is saying this is not Mr. Tharoor who's prioritizing the nation over party. This is Mr. Tharoor prioritizing Mr. Modi over the nation. That is what Mr. Kharge is saying on record. Mr. Rajgopalan, there are enough and more Congress leaders who on record again have said that Mr. Tharoor is already part of the BJP. He is the secret asset for the BJP in the Congress party. I want to ask you, what is stopping the Congress party from sacking him? Or what is stopping the BJP from saying, open invite, why don't you come?
Shreya ji, Congress is scared of...
Mr. Rajgopalan, please don't call me Shreya ji. Shreya is fine.
He's politically correct.
Shreya, Congress is scared of sacking Mr. Shashi Tharoor because of 2026 elections in Kerala. Out of these 4 panelists, I am the only one person from 1977 onwards I have been covering Congress. Radhika may claim that 22 years. I covered Congress for more than 40 years. Ideological differences when it erupts, you get more of Shashi Tharoor. Second, it's an age clash, it's an ego clash. And second thing, Radhika Kera may understand because G23, what happened? Ghulam Nabi Azad headed it. Where is he? Jyotiraditya Scindia, who was very close to Rahul Gandhi. He sat next and he winkled at Rahul Gandhi after hugging Prime Minister. Kapil Sibal, where is he? He is branded as RSS and now he is Samajwadi Party MP. Top it all, Captain Amarinder Singh. Where is he? BJP. So that is why my understanding is Tharoor is echoing what Tehseen Poonawalla in 2018 wrote a letter to Sonia Gandhi that left or encroaching upon Congress party. That is why Shashi Tharoor is reflecting Tehseen Poonawalla's points of view. Therefore, I stop my comment. Shashi Tharoor will not be sacked. As Radhika said, Jai Jai Hara Hara, Rahul Gandhi Hara Hara, Indira Gandhi Hara Hara, Sonia Gandhi Hara Hara.
No, but you know, the point is that Mr. Tharoor at one point was a loyalist till he decided to contest elections against Mr. Kharge.
That is why I said
so that relationship has also evolved. At one point of time, Sonia Gandhi was very fond of Mr. Shashi Tharoor. That is also a known fact. So this relationship has evolved possibly to a point where we are headed to a divorce. Are we headed to a divorce, Mr. Akashdeep Muni?
One more divorce won't be good.
Shreya ji, one thing I just want to say you that keep aside everything. The recent standoff with Pakistan, Shashi Tharoor ji came out and, accoladed Jaishankar ji that he has done a great job. Do you think, as a reporter, she has done a great job? Today, Pakistan has been made the head of the committee, which will be anti-terrorism committee against Taliban. And there has been number of sanctions, number of funding that Pakistan is getting. Apart from all the diplomatic hurdles, we cannot, after having Operation Sindoor, not a single country,
So, Mr.
except Israel, accoladed, stood with India. And still we call Shankar
Mr. Muni, but if he is anti-Congress and if the Congress president feels he is anti-Congress, what is the right thing to do? If you feel that he is working against the party, then what is the, what is stopping you from sacking him? Or telling him, okay, thank you, Tata, bye-bye.
We are not debating here that he is anti-Congress or anti-BJP.
Quick point.
Look, I'm saying this on record. I'm again saying this on record, okay? This nation is desperate for an opposition and is desperate to hold a government accountable. But that accountability must come with a little bit of studying and a little bit of gravitas. And Rajgopalanji for 40 years has covered parliament, and the opposition would generally do a good job. To say Pakistan's become that's a rotating chair. And you still, despite that, we've got them TRF, we've got TRF as Lashkar-e-Toiba, and now the whole world's going to do it. China's not going to block it in the United Nations. We know those are facts. Let's not go to issues that people of India can see through. Let's raise issues that matter to the people of India. The right question should be asked is, how is there an intelligence failure in Pahalgam? What were the objectives of Operation Sindoor? How do we make sure there are no future terror attacks? I'm just talking in this context, I'm not going to others. Let's ask right questions to get the right answer. But when we go about searching for other issues, because we haven't researched, we see anybody who's raising issues of substance, Dr. Tharoor, Manish Tiwari, Salman Khurshid, etc., Tehseen Poonawala, you look at them as suspect. The entire life we fought the BJP and we engage with the BJP because the nation must come first. It is not about coming on a TV channel or in parliament and just making any statements to grab headlines. Let's engage with some amount of gravitas. That's what this nation desperately wants.
Radhika ji, go ahead, please.
Yeah. Shreya ji, Akashdeep ji spoke about three things. He spoke about Shashi Tharoor ji praising the RSS. Well, Mr. Akashdeep, is that the only right of Nehru ji and Indira ji? In 1963, Nehru ji invited 3,000 volunteers of RSS to the Republic Day parade. In 1977, Indira ji unveiled the Vivekanand Rock Memorial on invitation by an RSS functionary, Eknath Ranade, who was the architect of the memorial and an RSS program. But here, because family is first, which is the unwritten rule, and Mr. Tharoor has committed the ultimate sin of thinking nation first, you are criticizing. And also, let's come to China. He's talking about China chale gaye, China chale gaye. Arey bhaiya, China has strongly condemned the Pahalgam terrorist attack and has called on regional countries to enhance counter-terrorism cooperation to safeguard regional security. This is what has happened with our external affairs ministers going to China. Not like you, छुप छुप के जाते हो China और वहां पे सोनिया जी जाके मिलती है भुट्टो के परिवार से. छुप छुप के Chinese आते हैं तो आप लोग Chinese डिनर के लिए जाते हैं. Then Randeep Surjewala ji will come and do a press conference and say, no, Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Vadra and Robert Vada did not meet the Chinese. 15 minutes after that, a photograph will be released and they'll say, oh, yes, they went for it.
Radhika ji.
That is not how the BJP functions.
Okay. Radhika ji, but I will say this. Engage with China, we have no option. But the day you start trusting China is the day we lose it on. The single most fatal error that we will commit is trusting China again.
But
you know, China ka hypocrisy, there is a lot of hypocrisy involved as far as Pahalgam is also concerned, but that is not the subject of today's topic. I want to ask you, since Mr. Tharoor has expressed some degree of fondness for the Prime Minister, he's called him a prime asset, he's been one of your most outspoken, articulated, headlined ambassadors when it comes to Operation Sindoor. I want to ask you, what's stopping the BJP from sending a mithai ka dabba and an invite to say, bhai, agla election, fight from our party and our ticket?
Shreya ji, we got the best people from the opposition to represent us when they went outside. Manish Tiwari ji, let's talk about him. He was the international.
Radhika ji, answer my question, please.
I'm coming to that. So it's not just about Shashi Tharoor. We even praised Anand Sharma ji, but the Congress party didn't want him to go because they don't even find him fit for a Rajya Sabha seat. Like I said, Manish Tiwari ji, He was an international student union president, knows people across the country, across the world.
Okay.
So we got out the brains who can represent the country outside and do a good job. For us, the nation is first. We didn't talk about कि भैया ये कांग्रेस के है तो हम Salman Khurshid ji, who has gone on record to say कि Sonia ji की तो आंखें भर आई थी जब बाटला हाउस encounter होगा. We sent him, but no, the Congress didn't want to send him. Now he's also a kafir for them. So the Congress has to decide. If the Gandhi family, Nehru ji and Indira ji praise the RSS, wah, 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 wah. But if somebody else takes that and goes on to respect the Prime Minister, puts the nation first, say something nice about the RSS, they have committed the biggest sin. It's their internal party matter, but they need to get over this.
The bottom line is
Gandhi
this.
family.
To rebut.
नहीं हो गया time to revert over. It's no I'm completely out of time, but here's the thing.
Anand Sharma did go.
But here's the bottom line. The battle lines are drawn between the Congress party and Shashi Tharoor. The question now is who will strike first? Will Mr. Tharoor walk out, or will the Congress party say goodbye to him? We'll wait and watch. Elections in Kerala next year are promising to be very interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us on our top debate this evening. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, I'm slipping into a quick break on the show. There's much more news on the other side, so don't stay with us.